We're restarting in just a minute. I try and leave a little bit more time before the stream actually starts, before like going, but that intro music this time sure was a song, and I didn't realize until I ran back to check on it and was like, oh shit, you know what? Maybe we'll just go ahead from there. Maybe we'll just do something else. We'll start the stream early. Okay. So this stream isn't going to be a super long one. We're just going to be trying to get through the mystery archive that we started last time but then didn't finish because it just went for like longer than I expected. And I didn't want my internet to cut out on me again. And then once we get done that, I think it'll take 2 to 3 hours, somewhere in that range. I don't know. But once that's done, we're going to come back and we're going to finish Nirvana Initiative tonight. So it's a busy day. It's going to be a good day. I'm excited. All right, let me just make sure everything is working. Nothing is broken. Firefox isn't trying to completely kill everything again because it loves doing that to me. I think we're good though. Okay. That volume should probably be up for the game a little bit more. I can't remember where I had it yesterday. Hopefully that's not bad. Also, apologies, I am caffeinating throughout the stream because I am going to pass out. For all the Geminis out there, a trip into an alternate dimension will bring you that much closer to achieving your goals. Where are the other ones? Did we ever find the Leos? Oh, we don't even get any. We only get the one this time. That's so lame. I want to do fortune telling. We can probably try the volume. Oh yes, we've brought a friend into the mystery labyrinth again with us. I wonder who it is.
Ow, this happens every time.
Hey Jenna, how's it going?
There's gotta be a better way.
Oh, every time. Oh wait, that shit is not auto-skipping.
Yuma, it appears we are witnesses to a historical moment.
Huh?
I never would have imagined discovering an advanced civilization underneath Kanai Ward. There must be treasures sought by adventurers deep inside.
You know what? She's happy to
If
be
I knew
here.
This was here. I would have brought along a whip and hat.
Fubuki, we're not underneath Kanai Ward.
I'm doing great. I woke up slightly late today. I'm a little bit out of it. But I'm also excited to play these games.
That's what
It's gonna be a
happens.
busy day.
That's
She's so
it.
silly. She's just a silly little gal.
This is exactly the adventure I have been seeking. Hidden treasure inside a labyrinth. Traps blocking our way. Dangerous monsters.
I'm just glad she's having a good
Labyrinth
time.
is the adventure I was born to take on.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Oh hey Shinigami,
Does
please don't be
she
mean to
really
her.
not get it? Well, that figures.
So, you must be the god of darkness possessing Yuma.
You got it all wrong.
It's not
I'm the
far
god of
off.
Darkness. I'm the god of death.
She's like our guide for the mystery labyrinth.
She's taking us on a guided tour of the museum.
If you defy me, I'll abandon you in here.
I see. You're the guide to hell that dwells in the labyrinth. So you are the god of darkness.
Okay, Fubuki.
Then you are plotting to interfere with us. I will not yield to you.
God damn it.
She doesn't get it at all.
It's like she's not listening. This is why I hate naive, sheltered skanks.
Naive. Sheltered?
Hey Lena, how's it going?
Calling me a skank is one thing, but sheltered? Yuma, I swear I shall conquer this labyrinth.
She really was like, you can call me a whore, but how dare you call me boring? I love that for her.
I cannot abide this vulgar god of darkness calling me naive and sheltered.
Fubuki, please, calm down.
Anyway, Master, let's do it again. We've got to put on a fiercer display than ever before for this sheltered skank.
Doing the absolute
Fiercer than usual?
I'm doing good. We're gonna be experiencing all kinds of
Just
chaos,
a
confusion,
heads
and
up.
madness. It's gonna be a good time.
Please don't take anything you're about to see in a weird way.
Yeah, no, literally. Well, she didn't say she's not stupid. She said she's not naive.
Master, are you
Or
ready
sheltered.
to give your life for the truth?
She
I
might be a
am.
little bit sheltered, though. Maybe a little bit. But that's okay. Everyone's a little bit sheltered when it comes to Shinigami, you know? Poor Fubuki, she's really going... She's a lot for her to deal with, even for her dumbass. Everybody's being very normal.
The God of Darkness was concealing a weapon all along! And yet, Yuma, you have disarmed the God of Darkness and stolen her weapon!
Master, we don't have time to deal with this. Just chop her up with a solution blade.
No, let her come along.
Absolutely not.
If we had to put up with fucking, what's his name? The weird perv creep from the last one, we can put up with her.
Here, I spat out the solution keys for you.
You were smuggling that many keys on you? You must be a serial burglar, God of Darkness! Your crimes are far worse than I first imagined!
Seriously, you're such a dumb,
Hey,
sheltered skank. How do you hope to clear the mystery labyrinth?
It
with
is getting a
this?
bit much when Shinigami just repeats, like,
You
come up with a new
could be
one
sheltered again.
come up with something interesting. Something new, something new.
There, calm down.
I refuse. I do not like conflict, but I will not stand idly by while being insulted. For the honor of the Clockford family name, I must fight.
Sure.
Sheesh, give me a break.
Aw,
Now,
I'm glad.
let's unriddle this
The
mystery
message is
labyrinth.
very sweet, and I really appreciated it. I'm glad you felt like you could tell me that.
Raise on the truth.
I will not lose to the God of Darkness. I will conquer this labyrinth sealed in shadow and find the hidden treasure deep within.
You know, as long as Fubuki is feeling...
This
Like, as long as she's
doesn't
not
look
losing her
very
mind.
Promising.
It could be worse. I did really think there were going to be more moments, like, some moment where it revealed that she was secretly smart. I don't think we're getting that. I feel like at this point, it's a safe bet to say we're probably not getting the secret Fubuki genius revealed, you know?
I can see
Okay,
numbers.
Overwatcher. Hi. Hi, Saren. Oh.
It looks like a countdown. I told you a million times. The mystery labyrinth is the materialized form of the case from the real world.
Oh, this one didn't kill everything. Yeah, me too.
Maybe this is a recreation of the countdown timer that caused you such a
Sorry,
headache.
my eyes.
You mean
All
the
stuck.
bomb?
Glad to
Then
have
the
you. I'm glad to
timer
have you
reaches
here, too.
0.
It'll go kaboom! You and the whole mystery labyrinth.
Oh, okay, cool. So this stream will actually probably be with, like, 3
smithereens.
hours, give or take, because otherwise we'll just literally die.
What's funny about that?
Did you set up the bomb in this labyrinth? I see. A dirty trick. Befitting the God of Darkness.
Fubuki, we don't have the time.
We must hurry. If we take too much time, the labyrinth will collapse, along with the treasure inside.
Okay, you know what? At least she has a sense of urgency. I'll
Let
give her
us
that.
make all haste to obtain the treasure and escape via waterfall out of the destroyed dungeon.
Wait! It's not safe! Jeez.
Wait, did she just fully
It's too
run
dangerous
off?
for Fubuki to go alone. Although,
Where'd she
maybe
go?
Not. She could use her ability in an emergency.
Oh, damn, she fully did just, like,
Just let you
escape.
know, Fortes can't be used in here.
Huh? Really?
I thought we'd already established that
That
Fortes
sheltered
couldn't be
skank is
used.
just tagging along inside the mystery labyrinth. She won't be able to use her abilities.
Oh, now I'm worried. Let's hurry after her.
Yeah, Fubuki might be dying, and that's okay. At the end of the day, eat the rich. I mean, she governs, like, her family governs, like, all standardized time and calendars. She's gotta be rich as shit, right? She's no friend to the proles. I'm only halfway through this energy drink, and I think it's already hitting me a little bit too hard. Oh, interesting. You can make Shinigami swap sides by just, like, running her into walls. What's up, Fubuki?
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
Those are cues. It's a materialized mystery. She's already buried beneath them.
Oh, another round oddity over here?
Oh.
A phantom.
Found you!
Aww.
You're a terrorist,
Hi,
bomber,
Guillaume.
murderer, and... a maggot who doesn't deserve to live.
Oh, just maggot. Okay.
You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
I didn't do it. When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals.
How horrifying. So these are the Labyrinth's monsters?
She's picking up on things pretty
Summoned
well.
Such dangerous creatures to block our path?
I mean, kind of.
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you prove
She used the wrong formula, but she got the right answer.
Let us
And that's what
do it,
counts.
Yuma.
Yeah, the voice acting is really
Dominic,
good.
you're good at doing laundry, right? Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
Like the villain of the week. Yeah, I guess that is kind of what it is, isn't it? They are kind of doing it as a villain of the week type of thing. I think it sometimes makes them feel a little bit underdeveloped. Like, we literally haven't seen her before this chapter, and really only when she announced that we were the terrorists, I think. I do wish that they gave them a little bit more to go with, because I do think they're a little bit one-dimensional. But also, it's not the worst thing in the world. It works. I do think Shinigami could serve to be a little bit less one-dimensional, though, because we're stuck with her all the time, and her finding a way to fit the words, sheltered naive skank into every sentence about Fubuki is getting to be a bit much.
Just a minute. I'm faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
I think this might actually be the right one, isn't it? Oh, that was fast. What does it say on her necklace there?
No,
If we get a close-up on her, I want to
shot
check.
him. I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off. The security footage proves it.
I have no idea what that says. Whatever. It might not actually say anything. It might just be like
The
random
monsters
nonsense.
retreated. Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer. As a sign of my respect, may I call you the Warrior of Light?
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's keep going.
You know, I hadn't actually thought about of the Peacekeepers being that kind of villain of the week type of thing. But I wonder if that's deliberate or if that's kind of just incidentally how it ends up coming across. Because looking at that, holy shit, looking at them
By
in
the
that
way,
way
Yuma,
makes it work a little bit
Why
better.
were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
I was seen under incriminating circumstances.
Planting bombs.
Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Oh, this place is flooded
Was
too.
there no one else on the roof?
That's new.
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
I don't think we've seen a mystery labyrinth that's like actually been flooded
Well,
before.
That does sound awfully suspicious,
Also, let me just check
Yuma.
something.
Things would go much easier if you
Okay.
just confess.
I was worried that there might be like a timer up in the
told
top
you
left
I
that I
couldn't
couldn't
do
see.
it.
Because they'd mentioned it at the start, and I wondered if it was just like hiding behind there because I couldn't see it at all. But no.
Whoa, what's happening?
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something out quick.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
Come on, Master, concentrate!
I do think it was a little bit of a bold choice. What murder weapon was used in this case? Dachi's gun. I do think it was a weird choice for them to put this on the Switch, because I feel like it
That was
seems
quite
like
a
with the graphics they
surprise.
wanted to do something that was more ambitious than maybe what the Switch is best built for, you know?
Fubuki, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
And also like
It's
a
all
pretty
right, we should be
violent,
fine.
gruesome game for the Switch, I feel like. Like, they've even got space on Nintendo Directs and stuff. And like having it on here
Come on, Fubuki.
alongside other platforms would have made more sense, I guess. But like, I don't know,
You
it's
need
weird
to
as an
jump over
exclusive.
here.
I am not very good at physical activity.
Huh?
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
Very well. I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to
Like a,
make it.
this is not a big jump. Fubuki, you really don't. You should trip. God damn it, Fubuki.
Fubuki!
Absolute goddamn
That was
menace that she
close.
is.
It's too early to relax. Come on, keep going!
Also, isn't the water like waist deep? Is it really that necessary to be this
Thank
dramatic?
you, Yuma. Something is off.
You don't
I
say.
attempted to rewind time, but was unable to.
About that, you can't use your abilities while inside the mystery labyrinth.
Huh? Is this the work of the god of darkness? Her frightening power has sealed away my forte?
Oh no!
So you finally noticed.
I wish you'd quit trying to make things worse.
With your precious powers gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth. Now stay put and keep out of trouble.
Hindrance?
About the murder weapon, the victim was killed by his own gun, right?
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot, and I could smell gunpowder. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty shell. Which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding.
I mean, there could have just been an empty shell in the gun that he fired at an unrelated point, but sure. Ba-da-da-dum-bum.
Fubuki?
What are you doing?
I am a hindrance.
Oh, I mean, you are, but I still want you to come
Thinking
around.
about that? You should have known that already. You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve.
Shinigami.
So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
Shinigami. She's doing her best. Because her best kind of sucks doesn't mean you can be that mean
Are
to
you
her.
okay?
I'm Team
I am
Fubuki
fine.
now.
I can stand on my own. Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
Like, Hilara was genuinely
You don't have to
competent. That was
worry
nice to
about
have.
it. If
Hold on, I don't. What is the name of the other one? I can never remember his name. It's Lightning Boy.
You're easily impressed.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Despair Doctor. How's it going? How are you doing? Who's the one I was thinking of? The other detective that we've met. Desahiko. Yeah, like, Desahiko wasn't super
Hands in our
useful.
way. We'll work together
Also,
to
he was
overcome
annoying.
it.
But at least Fubuki knows
No.
knows what's up with her.
This is something I must do on my own.
Yeah, good to hear.
I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Clockford family.
Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
Playing? But you're always like this.
I am curious.
Hammy Brown
Are
ass
you really a
acting.
detective in training?
Wait, Shinigami, you're not allowed to act the villain. You're not allowed to play the bad guy. There's a strike going on. Stand in solidarity.
You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You gave me that title, Fubuki.
God,
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too.
I know that people
In contrast,
use the word himbo as like
I
the
have
contrast to the word
nothing
bimbo.
besides
but,
the
like,
ability to wind back time.
The word that keeps coming to mind for her is himbo because she has the amount of like
Is useless here.
dumb kindness that I feel like is relatively unique to himbo as a term, you know?
Too bad, so sad.
Oh
You're not
no.
gonna make it through here.
We're up against the mystery phantoms again. Whatever will we do? For these fucking
You're
Corsair looking
getting real
motherfuckers.
annoying.
Let's see how she can
It
change.
started.
I kind of missed some. Hold on. Which ones are there even? It's been a hot minute. But yeah, like. I kind of just wish we'd gotten to see more of like Zilch and Aphex. Like, I didn't mind them. Fuji I thought was like, she could have been interesting. Melanie, the fucking fashion crimes she was committing. Fair enough, goodbye. And I don't know anything about Eraser.
Stress me out.
I do think it was a really clever bait and switch to like make those detectives part of the promotional materials and really like make it seem like those were going to be your kind of the crew you were going to be with for a while in all of the like promotional stuff. That was a good way to start things, I think, because I thought it was fake. I was certain they were like, oh, they're staging this. This is his like initiation thing, but no, just a bunch of people were set on fire. It helps set the stakes really well, I think. Or like set the tone. On the stakes. Even if it does sacrifice some characterization. High voltage line, parallel gunshot wound.
Even if you didn't fire the gun, a friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe shots
Oh, fuck.
from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you.
Accomplice threw the gun over to you. Oh, it's because... Okay, yeah, it's gonna be like... He could have been shot from a different building, from the roof of a different building, whatever, but the gunshot wound was parallel, which has to mean that he was shot by some... The gun was parallel to where he was. Or, the gun was pointed perpendicularly to how his body was. Or, wait.
You planted it in Shachi's hand.
Wait, no. I mean, I think that's going to eventually be the evidence. That might not be this case.
That was your magic master plan. Huh? Where was the shot taken?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You shot from the roof of the building next door.
There we go.
Flash through this mystery.
Yeah, I liked... The only thing about Zilch was really that he did have swastika eyes. That was a little bit of a character
The only way
flaw.
to shoot the victim was
But-
from the rooftop.
It was
But
either way.
that building was taller than the hideout.
Oh, well, he's
The
like...
victim was snapped from that height. The gunshot wound would have been at an angle,
Yeah, I don't know. I think, like...
but the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal.
They also had some interesting abilities. I think it's like the characters seemed alright,
It's impossible for the
but
bullet to have traveled
getting to
from
see
the
what their
roof of the
abilities ended up,
building.
especially now that we know how this game functions and how like you get a new detective and you get to use their forte each chapter or whatever. That would have been a really cool, it would have been cool to see how those ones played out, you know? But still a pretty good, you know. Still was a cool setup, I think, anyways. Also, hi Steph, how's it going? How are you doing?
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact.
Yeah, but that'd have to be a real, like...
But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you... Unless...
The monster.
The shot could have been taken
Falsehoods to impede
from a
our
lower
progress.
angle, like from the staircase, but then it would have been caught on the
It's
camera.
strange that they insist it was a homicide.
Unless the camera
If I
operator
know
was the one who did it, which I think is
it'd
possibly
make
the
more
case.
sense to rule it as a suicide.
Oh, nice.
That's because it is
Hope it was a
one.
good lunch.
They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
No, but he's holding... I mean, the gun... The revolver is specifically modified to work for him
So
as a
you
lefty.
finally
The
revealed
barrel
your
pops out
true
on the right
nature,
side of
God
the...
darkness.
What is
Huh?
it? The cylinder... Holy shit, I can't
You
talk. The cylinder
do not
pops out on the
be
right side to
swayed by
reload
deceiver.
because that's what you would need
This
for
case
a
is
lefty.
most
It's a special
assuredly a
modification.
homicide.
Because for a righty, you want the cylinder to pop out on the left side because you'd be
And
holding the gun in your
what
right hand
are
and
you
you
basing
put the
that
bullets in
on?
with your left. But
The victim
the
carried
shot
a
went
gun,
from
did
the
he
right
not?
side into the left side.
If so,
So why would
they
he...
could have used
You,
it to
he wouldn't use
cover
his
the
non-dominant
peacekeepers
hand for that.
pursuing him. And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself.
Not hastily,
I do
but
not
yes.
believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
It's like some actual deductive
Actually
logic.
makes
Good work,
sense.
Kabuki. He's on the team.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
So it must be a homicide.
I do think it's kind of strange that this game focuses... Like,
No, suicide.
it's an interesting choice, I guess, for them to go in an approach where, like, you spend... Like, each detective basically gets a chapter that you spend with them. Because on one hand, it means that, like, when it's a character that's good, it's a fun chapter. When it's with Halara, that's fun. When it's with Thunderbolt, not fun. That whole chapter was just kind of frustrating to get through because he's just constantly there being horny and creepy and weird. And it's sort of like... Yeah.
Homicide!
And I feel like also, the detectives you don't get to talk to pretty early on, like Vivia, like, we still haven't spent much time with him. And that's a little bit disappointing. So no worries, Steffi. It's like, I want to get to know more about Vivia. I'm assuming that the next chapter is going to be his. Because I think he's the only one left that we haven't gotten a chapter with other than Yakko, maybe? But Yakko doesn't have a forte, so I don't know if we're going to get to do one with him. Was it a suicide or a homicide? It was a homicide.
The letters are written in blood. Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers? And it illuminates this cursed labyrinth? Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
Sure, that's fine.
God.
Let's focus on this problem. Is this a suicide or a homicide? We need to narrow it down, now.
It is clearly a homicide.
Nuh-uh. It's totally a suicide.
I mean, it's obviously a homicide. There's a possibility that we'll get a chance to... I mean, I'm assuming that we'll get a chapter with him. I hope that we get a...
Right here.
I just want to romance Vivia. Where's the dating sim part of this game? But yeah, I think, like, it's, I don't know, it's an interesting approach to this game, especially because obviously, like,
I'm sure this is the
you know,
right way.
with Danganronpa, obviously you had, like, the characters that you were regularly with, but you also still interacted with the whole roster pretty
If
frequently.
it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof.
And same with, like, Zero
right?
Escape games, you always had, like, a
But
mix of people
Master,
that you were
on
dealing
the
with.
emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers
Mostly,
were
except for
behind
Zero
the
Time
door.
Dilemma, which is a whole other issue. But, like,
Which means no one
this
could
one's
have
a
gotten
little
off
bit
that
of a...
roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim?
I don't know, it's an
and
interesting
run away?
divergence from how the games
See?
usually
If
function.
it wasn't a
Just around there.
suicide, then what happened?
Yeah.
You'd better explain yourself.
Vivia is definitely a
There you
type,
go.
and he
I
is the
shall.
best of his kind of that type,
I
you know?
completely agree with what Yuma said.
I think he is a bit of a romantic, but he's
I
also
didn't
just
say
very,
anything.
like, nihilistic and
So what do you
moody,
think,
which I
Master?
think is very cute.
You
Maybe
mean
showing
why I
random
think
places.
it's a
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be more of what he did, was just, like, you
I
find him
don't
in
really
random
have a
places,
solid
sitting
reason
under a
why
piano,
yet.
sitting under an eave, like, you know, just reading his books and being all moaning about, like, oh, this city, of all the ways it could be great, it turned out to be tragic, or something dumb like that. There's something he thinks is very deep. Uh-oh.
Oh no! The walls!
Walls closing in on us. what is the reasoning behind it being a homicide?
Come on, spit it out. The mystery labyrinth won't wait forever, you know.
I know, but
Yuma!
if it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue
Also,
left
especially,
behind
like,
the crime scene.
It seems weird that this game doesn't get to have any sort of equivalent of, like, the free time. Like, this game is a lot more open world-ish than, like, than most of these games are. And yet it doesn't have the same kind of options at... Oh.
Here, this is everything left at the scene. This should be easy mode. I made sure to
It's
pull
the revolver.
everything straight out of your memory, Master.
But yeah, like, you know, in, like, in the Danganronpa games, you get the free time mode where you get to wander around and get to talk to the characters.
To a homicide hidden here.
And it seems weird that in this one, which is a lot more open world, where you could theoretically run into the characters more, like, while they're just going about their day, you don't really get to, and when you do, they're just, it's like a one-line dialogue of them being like, oh yes, Fubuki and Halara are hanging out together in this cafe, and, like, that's it. It's the gun.
I know, it's this.
Oh, the wall stopped.
Okay, cool.
Looks like
Good
it's the
times.
right one.
Yeah, it has the Shinigami figures, but, like,
That
that's
is
kind
the
of
gun
more
that
of a,
fired the
like,
fatal shot, right?
not in the
How can
same
you
sort
determine
of
it was a
way, like, those are all
homicide?
memories.
There's something unique about this gun.
Which is nice, like, you get to learn more about the characters, although I'm also dog shit at finding
Normally
those.
swings out to the left,
Excuse me.
but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how
Especially because you can't, like, you don't get a choice really in, like, which one you follow, you know?
The holy great detective warrior of light,
Like, you can't
Yuma.
seek out a specific character and then
It
advance
got even
their
longer.
plot.
Oh well, anyway. This gun was
I don't know, I don't think it's a bad idea to have those, I just kind of wish there was both, you know? Like, the Shinigami figures to learn more about the characters, but also, like, a way to interact with them more dynamically.
I don't know anything else about it.
Or even just, like, stuff... Oh, God.
It's happening again?
Of course. You haven't solved the mystery itself.
Yuma, over there! Could you try shooting it with the gun?
I'm no marksman. Oh, but it could work inside the mystery labyrinth. If this gun is the answer... Huh? It's not loaded?
If you can't shoot it, then you're still missing something.
Something? Do you mean like why I think this gun is out of place? I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out?
Will, Yuma? Did you solve it?
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place? The reason why must be relevant.
Are you saying you
It's
need
because
more
he's a
to solve
lefty.
this?
One of those devilish
Oh,
demons.
fine. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out one bit. Here we go. Lay it all out.
Oh, of course I've got to be in the barrel. But hey, at least Fubuki gets to see the ocean. Wait, she cared about that, right? Yeah, she did. She did care about the ocean. Lefties that make me a demon. Tragically, yes, the church will hear about this stuff. I'm so sorry for you.
Let's work together as
His dominant hand is his left hand.
That's right.
I feel like this thing moves faster now than it did at the start. This goddamn game. Just once, I want a game that has like a male version of a Shinigami type of character who's just like dressing like this, acting like this. I think that would be really funny. And I feel like not just like in a making fun of it kind of way, like doing it sincerely, but just doing it in a very
That's it!
fruity gay way.
Because he was left-handed.
Like, where's Eros the demon? Or like the Eros the Greek god of sexual desire. Make him a character in a game like this.
It would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way.
I mean, he might have been ambidextrous, but even still, then you just wouldn't modify it.
Shachi is left-handed.
He also might not be left-handed. He might just shoot left. I know a bunch of people who, like, you know, they're right-handed, but they shoot left in hockey, or the reverse.
The exit! You did it, Yuma!
Or, like, I know a few baseball players who actually also do that, too.
No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction.
What? But we'd all be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist.
I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
Sure, say what you want.
I mean, at least she's not trying to fuck
Let's
Shinigami.
hurry. Countdown is still going.
Right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
You were so close to figuring out this mystery. Let's hurry it up, Master.
Yeah, got it.
The thing is, like, I knew about, like, I figured out the lefty thing pretty early on as soon as we found the revolver. But I have no idea who the culprit of this is really going to be.
Look! Another monster!
Alrighty, we're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You want to know because the homicide route ends here. That Shachi terrorist committed suicide.
So smart. Please ignore everything else that I've done in these games.
Right, Dominic?
You kept insisting it was a homicide earlier, but now you're going with the suicide theory?
Yeah, like,
These
I've never understood,
monsters
because, like, I'm right-handed pretty much in everything. Like, I don't really,
They're cheaters because they're monsters.
I don't have any experiences where I, like,
Are you
swap them up, you
defending
know?
the monsters? Curse you, God of Darkness! Queen of monsters!
Love her giving titles to
I'm
everyone.
not defending them.
But yeah, like,
The
I know
fellows
at least
told
one of my
monsters
siblings
and
is one of those people
darkness
who
story you have
their
going.
hand changes when they're playing hockey.
Now's not the
I know a
time
couple
to
of,
be
there's someone I
fighting.
played hockey with, actually, who would, like, I can't remember if they were right-handed or left-handed in hockey, and then the reverse in golf, or which direction it was. But I do know there was one person like that, and I found it so fascinating, because it's like, you'd think that it's similar enough that it would carry over, but they were, for whatever reason, it just didn't work out that way for them. Let's do some reasoning deathmatch.
Bad luck. Looks like it's a dead end.
What is interesting right now? Oh, nope, that's not the one we want. Oh, okay, we need to pick the right one to rebut. I thought it was just like,
Watch carefully for what the opponent.
Got it.
yeah, we just need to pick one of these to rebut.
Bad luck. Looks like it's a dead end. You can't proceed because it wasn't a homicide. Shashi definitely committed suicide.
That claim doesn't hold
Ah.
up.
This character, that's gonna be our main character. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, like,
Shachi
I just think it's kind of like a
suicide.
missed opportunity that
Evidence
more
points to
games
the
don't do
contrary.
stuff like that, you know? Like, they could do something that's a lot more, like,
You know you're super annoying, right?
it opens up more, I think, story
I'll
options
crush
if
you
you
like a bug.
kind of go against the grain, or, like, go against what's normally done, in that sense.
So what is the gun was
Oh, wait.
designed?
So, exterior lock, Shachi's actions. I mean, I think it's gonna be this one. It's gonna be like,
Left hand. You can still shoot yourself.
yeah, you can, but where you're gonna do it from is gonna matter.
Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
Oh wait, no. Oh, never mind. Okay, that was the right one. Whoops. I thought that I might have picked the wrong key for that. But he didn't shoot himself with his dominant hand because the bullet went from right to left, not left to right.
Shachi was left-handed, but he was found dead with the gun in his right hand. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand,
Like, I think it kind of actually okay.
which means someone else was involved
It's a
in
little bit of a
Shachi's
spoiler
death.
for.
This
Or I won't
death
be
was a
specific about
setup.
Insomnium
It's
Files.
a
Like,
homicide.
Somnium Files actually does that really, really well. I feel like the first game, where it has characters who are queer, but it doesn't do it explicitly. It doesn't tell you up front, and so you just never really think that like you're not, because of how those stories are done, how they're kind of like, you know, you expect if there's gonna be like a romantic drama, it's gonna be between a male and a female character, and so you're just never looking for that connection between two male characters or two female characters in the same way, and so when Somnium Files pulls that twist on you, you're like, oh shit. Like, I see what you're doing here now. I like, it works a lot better because they handle it the way they do, and it opens up a more interesting storyline than I think them just being like, oh yeah, so and so, you know, this male character and this female character were having an affair or
You
we're
managed
dating.
once again to slay the monsters.
Because it relies on sort of
That confirms it.
people's preconceptions about what that kind of story
was the
can
correct
or
one.
should be. I think it's cool.
Seems like it. I guess
Also, I
I
just
can admit defeat
will take
here.
any opportunity to sing the praises of Somnium Files because I think those are the best games that
The
Spike
god
has
of darkness
published in like
admitting defeat?
kind of ever.
Perhaps she has an honest side.
They're so good, or not the best of all time.
No,
The best of the ones that I've
it
played on
cannot
stream.
be. Could this be an illusion?
Yeah,
She
like I really like
conjured
Master
forward?
Detective Archives, but Somnium Files.
You know, I
My cousin's
don't
left
really
hand
care.
Xbox.
So long
Yeah, I
as we
think
keep solving mysteries.
Part of it, especially in sports, is that like
Keep helping my
even if
master
you're
out for a bit
naturally
longer.
left-handed, you're still going to be primarily trained by people who are righties. So like if you're playing
Let's
hockey,
carry on for now.
even if you naturally want to shoot left, you know, if your parents play hockey or one of your parents or both of them, whatever, play hockey, or your older siblings play hockey or whatever, they likely shoot right-handed, just statistically. So you're more likely to just pick up that stick and learn how to do it the way they do it. Or if you play, you know, if you're likely to have a coach who's going to be a righty as opposed to a lefty, so they might teach you how to shoot right and all that sort of stuff, and it kind of picks up. Yeah, exactly. And it's not even like, it's not like in the olden days where like they'd force you to do it or like beat you.
Pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant.
It's just a matter of
wrong.
like,
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that
It's just what's
Shachi's
there.
custom gun was designed for someone left-handed. Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
Huh. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use?
so that would,
Deep
in that
down,
instance, that would presumably
It's
write
just
off
like
the
that
gun,
other
the
violent
insane
terrorist.
gun girl at the start.
Maybe the gun was a gift.
Yes, the gun was a gift. It was modified
gift?
by,
From whom?
what's her name? Hold on. Fuck, not the glossary.
So simple.
God, okay,
I
fine.
see.
We went to the profiles, and it was the gun given to him by Iruka. She gave him the gun. She would know that he's left-handed, so I think she's... I don't think she's the suspect,
A
unless
woman
they
named
all
Iruka
collaborated.
manages the
Oh,
resistance
I
as
guess I would have
weapons.
just said.
She was the one who designed it.
So, if it was Iruka, she would have
The gun
known.
is so romantic. It delights my adventurer's heart.
Iruki? Okay. Before she right now.
It
Oh,
does?
Jesus. Yeah, that's a bit much.
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide. But we still
Being
have
ambidextrous
a lot
seems like
of
it'd be kinda
unanswered
nice.
questions.
Be convenient. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, obviously, you can train yourself to be, like, if you're naturally righty, you can train yourself to be a lefty. Like, you can practice writing with your left hand. It just takes a long time. But yeah, it's interesting that like there is still kind of a natural preference one way or the other for like what as a kid feels the most natural for you when you like pick up a pencil. Where did the culprit shoot the victim from?
The location where the culprit shot Shachi.
Roof of the. It has to be the roof of the hideout, right?
Yep. Even if this case is a homicide,
Yeah, they did that in State
that's
Law
still a mystery.
Yeah, like
But if you know it was in fact
they
a
like
homicide,
especially
then the answer has to be here.
like especially I think in Catholic schools because
I have
left-handedness
no
was a
idea
sign
what
of the
it could be,
devil.
But I am
me.
confident that you can discover the answer.
So I know that that was definitely more of a
For
thing
you are
in that
he
kind of
who
an
tames
era.
the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma.
Okay. Love the titles.
How long is my name going to get?
We're just getting titles and titles. I mean, I'm assuming it's the roof of the hideout because if it was inside of the hideout, the door was locked. I don't think they could have. Then again, that's probably the misdirection that's going on here. Probably was inside of the hideout in the end. Also, hey, checkmate, how's it going? Left hand over force line with the right. Yeah, I think that was the case for a lot of lefties. And again, like up until pretty recent history, where people were like they weren't like, it wasn't just like a little thing. It was like a weirdly aggressive pushback to people being left-handed. Like,
That was the right answer.
it feels weird to even
but
think of that as like a almost like a
He was shot on the
bigotry or
roof.
prejudice,
Doesn't
but
that
like they
mean the culprit was
real
also
adamant
on
about
the
it.
roof?
Yeah, no, I can't do
The
anything with my left
culprit
hand.
placed
I'm
the gun in
absolutely
Sharky's
incompetent.
hand to make it look like a suicide.
But yeah, they would like beat kids. They would
That means they
yeah,
had
tie
to
their
be
hands
there in
behind their backs,
person.
that sort of thing.
The culprit was
Yeah,
definitely on that
left-handedness
roof.
was treated as a sign of wickedness in general. So if you're a woman, you're a witch. If you're a man, I don't know, if you're working with the devil in some other capacity, who knows? Just the different people's wrong.
But
Yeah, pretty
Emma,
much.
You said nobody was there when you arrived.
But it's why like a lot of
That's what we have to figure out now.
if you ever look at
When
like
I heard
a
the shot, I was halfway up the emergency
like a
stairs.
spiral
It took about 10 seconds to
military
reach the roof.
tower or like a castle,
And in that time, the
they'll
culprit
always spiral
vanished like a cloud of
clockwise
smoke from the scene.
because that way defenders of the tower
Where
have their
could
right
the
hand free and obviously
murderer
weren't allowed to
have
serve in those
gone?
armies if you were left-handed. So you'd be able to put your shield in your left hand, which would be able to block part of the staircase, and you'd have a lot more room to swing as opposed to on the right. If you were attacking up the stairs as a righty, you'd have less room to maneuver your hand, and you'd be able. The defenders would have the advantage there.
This is...
We're back at the crime scene.
Again, there's, I mean, to me it seems like it should have been more notable that the, what is it,
Follow
the
the
blood
culprit's
slots are in two
escape
separate
route?
slots. Never feel like it's a language barrier in English. What do you call someone who's dominant hand is righty and dominant foot is the left? I mean, for dominant hand, you just say righty. I don't know if dominant foot, I don't know if they have really a term for that. I know that in skateboarding, if your dominant foot in skateboarding is left, it's goofy stance. Like that's what that's called for
You need
them.
to
And I
escape in
think
the
for
same way
snowboarding
the
and other
culprit
stuff like
did
that it
after
is.
committing the crime.
Wait, is it? Hold on, let me check actually. I want to make sure I get that right. Goofy, yeah. Goofy stance in skateboarding is when your left foot is your dominant foot, whereas the regular stance is when your right foot is in the back, which I think is kind of a funny thing. Just being a little goofy. Following the culprit's escape route. They couldn't have gone down the stairs. If they went down the stairs, then they would have been caught by the camera, and it would have to have been somebody. I mean, they could have gone. No, because we were on the stairs when the gunshot happened too. I'm pretty sure, weren't we? Or we were close enough to it. The rooftop edge. I feel like the explosion happened, and they used that to like blow a hole in the wall that they climbed down into, which is a lot more workable.
Though it is fairly high, would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto. Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die
But
no
you don't
matter
have
how
to
you
jump.
landed.
I can't tell what the explosion was for then if it wasn't to like help provide an escape route, because the neighboring building, I mean, you could have probably jumped over there, but like even then,
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring
when
building?
he plays soccer, he does it with the left foot. Yeah, English is a complicated language because sometimes we just don't have a proper term for something like
Or
that.
perhaps
Actually,
they
what
used a
if-
hot air balloon.
Is there a word for
The
it?
culprit must be
Um,
quite the adventurous thrill seeker.
I think it is just left-footed. Yeah, left-footed, lefties, like, I don't think we have a specific term for that.
But those high voltage lines would get in the way. You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
That's what you're disappointed about?
Yeah, it's like your dominant side. Okay, so where else could they have... Because if they went down the stairs, then we would have run into them, presumably. Unless they went in a different... If they went down the emergency stairs, then that would have... They must have gone somewhere else from the stairs. But if they went in here... Like, the door was locked and the key was still in it. Then I don't know where they would have gone from. You know what?
Is it easier to imagine?
Okay, no, this isn't the
that's
right one.
impossible. At
Yeah,
the
exactly.
time of the
Also, that's
incidents,
true.
the
Peacekeepers were
were on
there.
the other side of it.
So they
I
must have gone down the
see.
stairs.
If the culprit had gone inside through
But then how
here,
did they get past
they
us?
would have been apprehended by...
Well, it's safe to say
Yeah, okay. I just can't really understand what the process for this is going to be.
Ah, so the culprit escaped via the emergency stairs. As the culprit was in a state of emergency.
Yeah,
it
no,
is
but
only
we were
natural
on
that they
those
would
stairs.
make
I don't
use
know
of
where they would have
emergency
gone
stairs.
from there.
Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him.
What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not?
I mean, when the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are
Yet again, you called me sheltered.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is.
I don't know if the culprit realized I was there. The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around, which makes it hard to imagine that the culprit.
But okay, it could have been the guy, it could have been the security camera guy, or whatever his deal was. He could have just set the footage on a loop. Like, he has control over that. None of the rest of us know what's going on with that. He could have fucked with the footage.
Yuma. This is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
And yet,
Also, it's possible they were just like on top of this little section of the building up there.
Mysterious.
This isn't funny. At this rate, we'll run out of time.
What are we supposed to do?
There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the mystery labyrinth.
Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews?
This isn't an attraction at some theme park.
Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your job and guide him? A god of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a stupid, sheltered skank that's completely useless.
Come up with something different, Shinigami. Come
You called me
on.
sheltered again. How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes.
Seriously,
Look.
are you dead?
Quiet, please.
Head on right.
We can say whatever we want to about her
I
intelligence.
do much better.
Together
Just how
already.
many insults
But she's
have I
aware
gotten
of her
wrong?
intelligence.
Anyway,
He has never disputed that she's
I'm not even
stupid.
because my colors-
Enough.
The culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow. But how? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene. Wait, if nothing was there, what if the culprit destroyed evidence?
what? Destroyed evidence? And leave it
Yeah,
to
she's never disputed that she's
Julie.
stupid.
I'll
She's
bring
never
down your
disputed that
mind,
she's skank.
Master.
She's only ever disputed the sheltered bit, and I think that's
recreate the
great.
crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around. So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
I forgot about this. We didn't do this in the last one. When the body was discovered when the rooftop was first entered. I mean, when the body was discovered.
The culprit was gone by the time I discovered the body. So
Okay.
if I'm going to
Oh, okay, when the rooftop was first entered. I didn't know who they meant by that. I thought they meant, like...
How
By the
about when
peacekeepers coming to
Shashi
doors.
first called me up to the rooftop. The
Oh,
culprit
that's what he
wouldn't have
mean-
done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare it to when I found the corpse.
Alrighty, leave it to me.
I'm assuming that rusted umbrella that was there.
What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here?
Oh, well... She's about to beat the shit out of us.
It can't be!
Alright, Yuma, you've got until your concussion cures to figure out what happened here.
Are you alright, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
The corpse is gone. But nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened.
I mean, it was the
similar
explosion,
to
right?
Yuma.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse. If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
I wrenched this memory.
Seriously, are we
out
not
of your
talking about the
tiny
explosion?
brain, so you
Why are
don't
we
have
not-
much
why are we
time
not
left to look
acknowledging that?
around.
Why is it-
Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
Got it. I'll hurry.
No Tylenol for you, Yuma. Crime scene recreation. Okay, we didn't do this for the last trial, I don't think, did we? For the last criminal case? Because, yeah, it wouldn't be through that door. It'd be... I mean, the key was in the door. But yeah, look down.
It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of.
No time to...
There's nothing of note on this side of the wall. Hmm? What is that? A storm drain? Has that always been there?
It's the little fruity elf boy. He did it. That storm grate would have... He must have opened that. So, I don't know if he was using the rusty umbrella, whatever. She takes exception to calling shelter because she thinks she's poor enough to get a shelter. Oh, maybe. But yeah, if the storm drain is there, then it's the diver guy. Like the fruity elf boy. He can dive into any sort of water. He's excellent at those kind of sports. He's perfect at them. And then blowing up the wall meant that he wouldn't be caught. Because it would cover it in rubble. It would close off that as an escape route, or it would seem like it
right
was.
after I found the body, it must have buried it in rubble. So the drain was covered after a mysterious explosion.
Crime scene recreated.
Find anything, Master?
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Really? You did it, Yuma!
Mystery phantoms!
I mean, I'm assuming that there could have also been co-conspirators, because so far,
Chirp, chirp.
that's
I was curious what all the
both of the like
tweeting was
main
about.
story cases so far.
You're still fantasizing about all
Both the main
this
story cases so far
nonsense?
have involved multiple culprits.
He
So it's possible
committed
more than one of the
suicide. There's
revolutionaries
nobody
was
to
part of it,
pursue.
but
After all, there's
Diver
no
Boy has to have been
people
part of it
we
at this
could run
point.
to. No one can run off a rooftop.
No one could escape the rooftop.
Which means if you can disprove that, then we'll defeat them and press forward.
What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shachi committed suicide. You're such a maggot.
like how that's a disputable thing.
There is no other culprit.
Okay, I guess we just won't jump. Nope, wrong way. Oh god.
No one could have left that rooftop.
Incorrect. Let me swipe back.
Plan doesn't hold up!
One person at least could have.
No, there is a culprit! And there's a way to escape from the roof, too!
Ugh, such a drag.
I'm glad that my instinct to go to that section
Still
is going to prove to be
talking
correct.
about
I
that?
was just entirely wrong about it.
Downer.
Like, I was entirely wrong about what the purpose of the explosion was. It's gonna be the drain. Oh, so happy I have to chase this time. I'm glad that you're almost done with that, Lena. I hope you're feeling better after that. I know that kind of medication can be a real pain in the ass to get through, but you're so close.
The culprit had to be on the roof if it's not suicide. So, where did the
I
culprit go?
decided too late that I thought that might be the right one, but I think it probably isn't anyways.
You can't escape through the roof door.
Yeah, correct, you can't. I probably...
You can't escape down the emergency stairs.
Oh, wait.
Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time? All impossible! See? There's simply no place to run.
Hiya.
Mystery.
Okay, what is that? O-P-I-O-N? Is that what that says on
No,
her?
there is
I
a
think
way
that's right.
out. The drain
Not a way
directly
out.
below the rooftop.
Oh yeah, that's a real... Oh. That's really rough, Lane. I'm sorry.
Don't
That's...
let any shady
Wait.
statement slip by.
We'll ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answer you think is right. Oh, interesting.
The drain? What about it? What's that got to do with fleeing from the roof? How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
This, I'll expose the truth!
Swing, swing, swing.
That's right! The culprit dove into the drain from the roof! That was the culprit's escape route!
I prefer to leave games like this on auto, but I feel like with this game, there's just such a... It doesn't move through them fast enough. It has like a weirdly long pause between when it like ends one thing and starts another one, you know? It kind of cuts up the voice acting and all of that, and I don't like it. Maybe I'm just being annoying about it, who knows? I am being annoying about it because I'm being annoying with stuff in general. But yeah, they definitely... We're all wishing you a speedy recovery, Lena.
To leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
I wasn't sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way.
And then the bomb
So
just
the
is triggered to
culprit
go
used a
off.
bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape.
Why? We defeated these monsters already!
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
So,
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
I have to jump from up here?
you can do it,
More
Fubuki.
drains have suddenly appeared! What is happening?
Faster! You have to make a right jump!
Fubuki handling every instance of physical strain. Yeah, every instance of physical strain by just like spinning around a bunch is great. Who is capable of committing this crime? A resistance leader.
This way!
I mean, it has to have been. There's nobody else who, like... I mean, maybe somebody else can swim, I don't know, but nobody we know of is that good at this.
Wait.
I felt as if my heart would jump out of my chest.
Oh shit, I just... Wait,
But
this
we
thing?
managed to get
Oh shit,
down.
phone's dying, so I need to plug it in. I keep forgetting. Fuck. I'm so bad at this.
It's
Damn.
not over yet. Look over there!
I think it's possible that the security guy was also in on it. I mean, because obviously he was the one who gave us the cameras that turned into
Even you, I
bombs.
cannot face 4 foes at once.
Or turned out to be bombs, I guess.
They fled.
Then we better chase after them.
And that might have been the excuse to...
Chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain the culprit is among them?
There are only 2 ways the culprit could get a hold of Shachi's gun, the murder weapon. Either steal it from the safe or get it from
Shachi had taken the gun out earlier, but if he put it back in the safe, I think the only person who knew how to open it was the security guy
Shachi
too.
himself.
So yeah, it might have been the 2 of them who did this together. Between the bomb and the gun.
The only ones who could have done it are members of the Resistance.
Or maybe all of them have access to... I don't know.
Is it possible the culprit took the
Because it would have needed
victims
to have been
by
done... Oh,
force?
wait, no.
If
It would have
so,
needed to have been
a
done...
complete stranger could have done it.
I mean, they couldn't have taken it by force, because Shachi
But if
is...
someone tried to take his
the
gun,
biggest, beefiest guy
I'm sure Shachi
in
would
the
have
game.
drawn it and threatened them.
Oh no, we go through here, that's why.
If so,
oh.
the culprit would have realized their target was
Where do we-
left-handed.
I see. That would conflict with a cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
Where do we go from here? Oh, I guess we don't go anywhere from here.
Also, the culprit issued a proclamation on behalf of the resistance against the peacekeepers. At the
It could have been the
time,
old guy
I didn't understand
too,
why it was sent to the
maybe?
peacekeepers. But it
I
must
I
have been
don't
to
think the
corner
gun girl
Shashi by
did it,
steering
unless
the peacekeepers toward the hideout.
the one who
culprit then
ultimately
ambushed
shot
when he
him
arrived on the roof.
is the diver.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up there.
Yeah, anticipated it,
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the resistance had
and
decided
also
on
had
beforehand.
what was it? He knew he'd be up there.
If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be
I don't think
easy
that
to
any of
shake
them
off
could have taken the.
sewers.
Hold on. I don't think any of them could have taken the gun off of him because he's just a giant of a man. I don't think they would have been able to do that. So it probably would have had to have come out of the safe, which would have meant it would have had to have been pre-planned. Like that all of this was planned from the start, which means I think that the security guy must have been involved in it to that extent. Like sending us out with the cameras and stuff, framing us for it all, whatever. The diver was the one who actually did the shooting. The other ones, who else was there? Who else could have participated in this, really? I mean, the old guy could have.
As a matter of fact, the peacekeepers were held up
The old
there.
guy would probably be the best
If
one to
he
have a
hadn't been
contact
killed,
with the
he would have
peacekeepers.
escaped.
So
Maybe.
all of it was calculated. Whoever it is.
I'm wondering if this is going to be the inverse of the last chapter, though, because in the last chapter, everyone was a co-conspirator, and so they all got executed. I'm betting with this one, it's only going to be the guy who pulled the trigger, but the other three were all villains of it.
But how long will they keep running? At this rate, there's no end in sight.
But they aren't going to face consequences, and that's going to be him being like upset about the lack of justice in the system again. I don't know if that holds. I don't know if we're going to be right, but that's my guess.
Over there!
All out of caffeine. I need to stop drinking energy drinks. It is not healthy.
A giant water tank?
In here, you always find the culprit if you keep solving mysteries. So the only way to catch up to them is to solve mysteries.
So far, also, I guess so. How to open the safe. Hold on. Hey Kitsune, how's it going? Sorry, let me just check something really quickly. Yeah, so I think the thing is, they all know that it has the 5-minute delay, so they would all be aware that they have to, like, that's a threat to them, in that sense, you know what I mean? Like, they all know that if they were going to do this, they would have to be there in time, but I don't know if all of them know how to open the safe, because, oh, wait, no shit, didn't they have to call over Gun Girl specifically to open it at some point? One specific person opened it earlier, actually, I think. So that person, I think it might have actually been Gun Girl, because I think that's, like, the gun safe, isn't it? I don't know. Either way, I think they all know about the delay, but they don't all know the code to it, I don't think. It's only one person had... Somebody had to come and help them open it. Might have been the Gun Girl. Would be necessary for the culprit to commit the crime. I mean, be good at swimming. You don't need to be good at shooting, because it's like a foot away.
You're easily impressed.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Kitsune. Oh god. Panic slightly. Because yeah, like, you don't have to be good at shooting because you're shooting someone from directly next to them. You don't have to be left-handed because you don't have to reload the gun, you're shooting it once. You only had to be good at swimming to escape from the building. So even if the... I mean, it has to have been the Winkish Elf
In order to
boy,
commit this crime,
but I do think the others
most
helped him.
important requirement is to be an excellent swimmer.
I'm guessing it's because Shachi didn't want to be a
Jumping from
violent
that height into a
resistance
storm
leader,
drain
but the others all
also
believed that
required
violence was
training and
necessary.
experience.
So they wanted to eliminate him, get him out of the way so they
Maybe they
could
had
be
high diving
violent
experience through
revolutionaries, and the
swimming
bombing was going to be their
competitions.
first campaign of it.
We finally caught up.
Also, he's like, weird, I wonder who this might have
Truth
been.
is crystal clear. The one who murdered Shachi.
Who killed Shachi? Because yeah, in the last case...
I wouldn't kill anyone! I didn't kill anyone!
Incorrect. But yeah, because in the last one they definitely made a point of making sure that it was
You
like...
took advantage of your swimming
Because all
skills to
three of them were
murder
essential to the
Shachi.
murder in the last one. They were all guilty. But I don't know
Huh?
if... In this case,
What?
Icardi was the one who pulled the
No!
trigger. This is a much
That's
more direct
insane.
murder.
I'm not the culprit!
Like, this isn't a poisoning type of situation, so I don't know if they'll blame more than one person. Oh.
I didn't kill Shachi! I'm not the culprit!
Love that they gave him a scuba diving outfit with a fucking bulge.
Such a foreboding presence. Is this the true identity of the final monster protecting the
Also,
hidden treasure?
It's way too soon for
Most of the
us to have
mystery
figured
has
this out.
already
There's
been
got to be
solved.
more twists that
This
I'm not
is just
thinking
its
of.
last stand. Master, let's solve this thing once and for all.
Like, there's no way that the mystery labyrinth is only going to be an hour long. Like, there's just no way. These are usually like 3 hours. Looks like someone from Spawn. Yeah, he kind of does, actually. It's an interesting look for... I mean, yeah, it has to be a scuba diver thing. That's presumably what he's dressed up for, but like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what else is going to happen here. Shinigami's very cute. I think it's just sometimes her writing falls a little bit flat, I guess. Eureka's talent, Icardi's talent, Dervin's traumatic experience. Once nearly drowned in an irrigation channel, which caused him lasting trauma, so he couldn't have done it. Margalaw was talking to a customer at the time of the crime. Eureka used to be a competitive shooter, she and Shachi often charmed. Yeah. Like, Shinigami's very cute, her writing is just sometimes, I think, kind
Where's
of
your evidence?
undermines her.
There are other resistance members!
Oh, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Would not have been that one.
Aww.
Well, there's not enough evidence to declare him the
now.
culprit. We may be better off proving up Margalaw.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right.
Oh, wait, I didn't realize that was... I guess we're proving that Margalaw didn't. Okay.
I'm not the culprit!
Oh, yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be us proving
Where's your
that, like,
evidence?
nobody else was there.
There are other resistance members!
That makes sense.
I know! Margala is the culprit!
Oh, fuck! I was trying to cut this... Oh, what am I doing?
Shot Shachi on the roof!
No, Margalaw was not present. I feel like that's the case with a lot of the characters actually in this game, where it feels like they're really cool concepts, they have really cool designs, they have a really cool premise, and then sometimes the writing just kind of lets them down in ways that
It's impossible
seems
for
like kind of an unforced error, you know? Okay, so I'm guessing... I mean, yeah, for this one, it's either going to be Servan or Iruka. I'm assuming Servan, though.
If it's not Margala,
It must have been Servan.
then Iruka is the culprit!
Oh, never mind. That's gonna be Iruka. He would have known that the gun would have belonged in the other hand.
Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi!
What? Okay. Whatever. I guess we have to go for a later one. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh wait, is it a different thing? No, it would have to be this one. We just I
It's
probably just had to wait
not
for
Margala.
probably had to wait for a later cue.
Then Iruka is the
Whatever.
culprit! Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi! And made it look like suicide!
No, that's the one that we needed to
Through
go.
this mystery.
I see. Also, I think he has like the spiderwebbing little rainbow strings coming out of his mask and stuff.
Iruka designed the handgun, so she knew Shachi was left-handed.
He's like stupider personality and speech silent personality.
She never would have made that mistake faking his suicide.
Yeah, I think it's like... It's just that sometimes, like, it is, like... It's the
not
stuff like
Margala.
her consistently insisting on calling Fubuki, like, a sheltered, naive skank. Like, that's... Like, sure, it's funny once, maybe twice, or like if she was bouncing between multiple insults, but like, just leaving her with the one kind of makes her seem like she's not very clever. Which she is, like, Shinigami seems like she's meant to be, like, she's meant to be a pretty clever character, and then sometimes the writing decisions kind of just undermine that. Everyone's traumatic experience, I'm guessing.
It's not Iruka. But you still can't say I'm the culprit.
Oh god.
The culprit is Servan! He killed Shachi on the roof.
Oh, fuck. It's not gonna be that one, it's gonna
messed
be when he
with the
escapes.
corpse.
Mess with the corpse. Why would he mess with the corpse?
Then escape through the drain!
There we go.
The truth.
Because, yeah, like, she's just always at a 10. She never just, like, calms down and seems like, and just, like...
Javon was traumatized after once nearly drowning, so there's no way he would have dove into a
She
drain.
behaves normally. It's just, like, has a moment of just, like, talking. Like, she's always in character, I guess. And I think that's kind of the issue that a lot of the characters in this game have, is that they're always at an 11. Which works fine for characters like Halara, because Halara is naturally pretty reserved, so even when she's being the most Halara that they can be... I need to stop saying she. Like, whenever Halara is being the most Halara that Halara can
Yuma,
be,
you did it!
they're still
You defeated the
pretty, like, it's
monster!
pretty tolerable. It's not the most obnoxious thing in the world. But when you've got a massively, like,
What about the treasure?
excessive character like Shinigami,
That's strange.
like...
We found the
Okay,
culprit.
what is his name? I can never remember it. It's Fuyuhiko? No, Desahiko. That's it. Desahiko is
Also,
always
Hida's
at an 11, and
excuses.
you never get a moment to just, like,
Truth still hasn't appeared. Where is the real culprit's soul?
meet a version of Desahiko that isn't doing the most, you know?
The countdown
he
hasn't
goes-
stopped yet, and it went down by a lot again.
Yeah, like, and that's probably part of it is that, like, she
Perhaps there
is...
is a secret final boss.
Shinigami probably is not very well socialized.
Wait, I know.
But it's still, like, even that could be communicated in a better
Stop.
way, you know?
Anything, I'm the secret protagonist.
Moving on. This means we haven't revealed the truth of this mystery labyrinth. Maybe it's because we don't have a solid overall picture of the case.
The overall picture?
There's no mistake that Ikari made Shachi's murder look like a suicide. But we don't know why he did it. If you wanted to kill him, there are simpler ways to do it. Why bring the Peacekeepers into this?
I mean, either he's on the side of the Peacekeepers, or...
As long as that's an unknown.
I mean, I think it's going to be that they wanted the revolution to be violent. Because they were like, yeah, we're never going to have a peaceful revolution. It needs to be a violent one. And Shachi stood in the way of that, so that's why we killed him.
The water is flowing somewhere.
Oh, so it is. I wonder where it is heading.
The water flows somewhere. If the mystery labyrinth is a reflection of reality, the flow of water may have some significance.
Then let's see where it leads us. This could be the path to the hidden treasure.
Even like with Fubuki, like I feel like
You know, this
her
case
personality
seems to
traits,
involve water an
it's
awful
pretty
lot.
easy to...
The slums where the
It doesn't
parts
get old
are
with her as fast as it
flooded,
does with the others.
Like the entire commercial
I don't know if I should
area.
say something. Yeah, like, she hasn't met a human anytime recently, so like she's just definitely a little bit off.
Wherever the water leads.
But there are a lot of instances where she is pretty, like... Yeah, I don't know, it's strange that she's mostly a pretty clever character, but then like with her insults in particular, she just kind of sticks with them.
A dead end? And this countdown timer... Looks like it's linked to that countdown, and it's dropping by a lot.
Hey, Master? Maybe this isn't a dead end.
Yeah, I don't know if Yuma is actually an adult or if he's a child or what the design issue is there.
What?
I think he might... I'm assuming he's an adult, but just like looks younger.
Big,
But-
breathtaking bomb.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel it being a little bit weird, especially because Desahiko, like, if this game made it clear that they think it's weird when characters flirt with
I'm sure
younger
this is the
characters, it'd be
heart of
one
this
thing, but like
mystery
Desahiko,
labyrinth. So there's
I think
only
also
one
is an
thing left
adult
to
and
do.
was definitely was
Master,
incredibly
you
gross
just
about the
have
high
to
school
use
girl
this
in the
bomb
last
too,
chapter.
Like how you did in the real world.
This giant bomb?
But I don't know. I
If
just...
you can solve the mystery, the bomb will stop ticking. So really, it's no different from what you've been doing.
I don't know. I mean, like,
Good luck, Yuma. I am confident that you can do it.
yeah, it's
For
just,
you
it's a
are
little
the
strange.
elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
God, Fuki. So adorable.
You'll be fine, Master. You've got the best mentor there is.
Okay, I'll try.
Let us see. What was the purpose of the bombing? Wait, what is our... Wait. Indiscriminate terrorism, call to I mean... The bombing was a call to revolution, I guess? Because I don't think it was indiscriminate terrorism. We picked a specific target. Nope, that was wrong.
No, it's about
Oh. Fucking whoops. Yeah, I think it probably was a diversion then. That was my bad. Oh god, I'm gonna get such a bad... I get like an SS score on pretty much either S or SS on everything, except for on my stamina. Every round of this, I come out with zeros. I have like an A at best in stamina, and I'm just bad at some of these. But yeah.
Seems like that was correct, yet the countdown has not stopped.
That has to mean there are more mysteries left.
You mean the diversion? What does it mean?
Since they made me defuse the bombs, the culprit's goal wasn't destruction. They just wanted to frame me as a terrorist to put the Peacekeepers' attention on me. That's why they set up such a complex, time-consuming puzzle that had me running all around Kanai Ward.
I meant I just wanted to know the definition of the word diversion.
What? I have to start there?
Look, you can find her a dictionary later. For now, you gotta defuse that bomb.
I apologize, Yuma. If only I could use my forte.
There's no need to apologize. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yuma.
Master, you're too reliant on others. It's about time you start doing things on your own.
God damn it.
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
You believe? The god of darkness believes in Yuma?
Focus! You're out of time, Master. Defuse this bomb!
What was the culprit doing during the diversion? What is... I mean, they were flooding the district, right? No, that's wrong. Oh no, I was right. Okay, cool. Nice. There's nice breakfast. Yeah, I've never been like, that's part of why I don't really like having the like Shinigami statues as a way to do things. I just don't like collectibles like that. Always feel like they're just sort of thrown in there to pad out the runtime, especially this time because like they're connected to your relationships to the characters, which to me feels like just kind of not great, you know? Like, okay.
So the culprit's real goal was to... They used the bomb threat to draw the Peacekeepers' attention toward me. Meanwhile, the culprit sabotaged the valves of the power plants and the reservoir to flood Marunouman district.
Yeah, that's the thing too, I think.
What's
Fubuki,
the point in doing that?
there are a lot of games that do like
Perhaps they
the
wish to
dumb
sow
bimbo
chaos
character and
throughout
it's
the
kind of
The resistance
plain,
was
but I feel like
challenging the
Fubuki
peacekeepers.
does have a little bit more depth. Like she's
Then why not just detonate the bomb?
got a lot more charm, she's a lot funnier in a way that isn't just like
It's true.
that
Their
isn't
goal
as
was
one
to
note.
cause
I mean,
chaos.
it's
They
still a little bit of a
could've just used the
trope, but it isn't
bombs.
as bad as it could be for sure.
Considering that, the
Yuma's a
culprit
fun
must not have
character,
wanted
though.
to destroy the place.
There! We finally cornered you!
Wait! Please hear me out. This was Shachi's wish.
Shachi's wish?
Shachi was always fighting for the sake of Kanai Ward. He wanted to close the gap between the rich and poor. Wanted to reduce
What's the name? Is it
children.
Daisy from BioShock Infinite? Where it's
This
just like,
mission was to flood Marunouman district to send the rich a message.
okay,
Flooding the place is just terrorism. It would only make them angry, not actually accomplish anything.
feels like
So
every
Shachi
revolution in game is
Decided
like
to
this.
offer up his life. He wanted me to kill him, to make it look like the Peacekeepers did it.
And yet,
Shachi gave his life for
why
this
would you
mission.
frame it like a suicide
If
then?
you expose the truth, this would all be for nothing. Are you really going to disregard his dying wish? And his
Also,
sacrifice?
he was very adamant about not being
Now that
violent.
you see the truth, please, just leave!
Also, really don't get what's up with him
Very
having the
well.
elf ears.
I understand your circumstances. We shall take our leave.
Fubuki's like, no, that's fair. We'll go. But like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not true.
No. That's a lie. Shachi didn't want this.
What?
What?
would you know? You know nothing about the Resistance!
Yuma's angry.
I've heard him speak! Shachi valued human lives more than anything!
The Resistance isn't a terrorist group. We don't kill people. We won't fight them with violence. It would only lead to more lives lost. We're gonna take them down the right way. The Resistance are not terrorists.
Shachi wouldn't resort to something as foul as this! Sacrifice? Dying wish? How dare you lie about that?
Also, okay, Yuma, you can chill. You only knew him for all 5 minutes.
Shut up! Shut up!
I mean, I am also mad that you're misrepresenting the wishes of the absolute... The insanely caked up beefcake that we met.
You'll pay for this. I'll expose the truth and defend
Everything about
Shachi's
Shachi just makes me
honor.
like him more. Yeah, they really did put bold on him in that form. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming now is when we do the... Yeah, giant Shinigami bro. Water. You gotta hydrate, it's a hot day out. Yeah, Angry Yuma is cute. We haven't really seen him get, like, pissed off like that so far much. I don't think. Like, we've seen him get, like, upset and flustered and unhappy. Everybody's gonna know Shachi's left-handed, yeah. I just find it so weird. Like, I'm wondering what was up with Shachi that he managed to get away with that. Like, the...
Let's head to the truth, Master.
I'm gonna say. Like, I wonder why Shachi was able to be shot in the head up close like that.
That's stupid!
Oh god, wait.
No!
I keep forgetting which buttons do what.
Do it! Shut up! Get away from me! That's bullshit! Stop! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Damn it all! Go away! Stay away from me! Stop! 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 You're an outsider. What do you know? You have no idea what we went through in the slums. This is a declaration of our beliefs as part of the Resistance. We have to defeat Amaterasu Corporation. That's why we plunged the city into chaos. Shachi gave up his own life for that. This is what Shachi wanted. Shachi told me to do it.
You know, it's mad.
This was all to defeat Amaterasu Corp. We were in a
like,
battle to end the disparity.
I think it's interesting because it also reveals that he's not just like... He's not just coming at this from a perspective of like, oh, no, like, not like a Shuichi type of thing where Shuichi was like, every time we solve a crime, more people get punished. Whatever will we do? In this one, he's like, he genuinely seems like invested in justice. And I think he sees that, like, what's been done is an injustice. Like, misrepresenting Shachi, killing him like this, being betrayed by the other resistance leaders. I mean, I think it's this one.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Nope. Fuck. I need to read that more closely. It wasn't this one.
Say,
What did Shachi want to do? Did he really choose to sacrifice himself? Why would he flood
That's
Maramon?
right!
What do you mean? It was something we saw on the way to the power plant. Flooding that area caused several of them to float out. Culprit's true objective must have been to steal them. So was it safes? Yeah, I guess so.
This is the truth of the case!
Yeah, the safes. So I guess it was to enrich themselves? But that seems... I don't know, I think, like... I do think that Yuma is getting a good characterization, even if the others maybe aren't necessarily getting as much. Because he's, like... because in the last trial, he was so conflicted. He was like, I don't want these people to be killed because like they were trying to seek justice in a place where they otherwise couldn't get it. Like if they hadn't done what they'd done, a murderer would have gotten away with it. They were just getting retribution, and they worked together because they cared so much about that person's victim.
You just wanted to take the safes.
Huh? Safes?
But this one, yeah, I don't know. I think
Many
it's cool to
facilities
see
in Marnamon district use safes
Yuma
by
not just
Amaterasu
reacting the
Corporation,
same way every time or
including the
anything.
bank. These safes are completely airtight, and they can actually float on water.
Missed the entire mystery ending. I don't think you missed the entire one. I think we've still got a fair bit of it.
Floating around
Also, hey,
Marmon
Cat Lover, how's it
District.
going?
The culprit knew they could float, and planned to exploit
Also, it's not a
that to
mystery
steal all
dungeon,
the
it's a mystery
safes from the
labyrinth.
bank. The safes would normally be too heavy to move.
Mystery dungeon is
They'd
another
be
Spike
easy to
Chunsoft
take if they
thing.
were floating.
That's
So,
fair enough, yeah.
It was a bank.
I think we've still got at least another hour of this, though.
Yes,
like, there's no way that
that's
it's
right.
gonna end this
That's
soon.
the truth behind this case.
There's gotta be more.
You took advantage of Kunai Ward's unique features in your plan to rob the bank.
Maybe we'll end
This
here.
isn't what the Resistance believed in. In fact, you took advantage of their beliefs.
This is kind of where the last one ended. Like, this is like the final stage usually, but you can also, I think, find
Did
more.
it, Master.
Maybe not.
Now that we've exposed the truth of this case, we just need to finish off that filthy criminal.
Maybe it is done.
Right. Let's finish this. For Shachi. Let's go, Shinigami. I'll charge my solution blade with the facts of this case.
Yeah, there's gotta be... maybe not. Then I wonder what else this chapter is gonna end up doing. Interesting. I mean, I guess, because yeah, all we really needed to do was figure out the murderer. And at the end of the day, he was the one who killed him. Even if there were accomplices, even if there was whatever else. But... what was this? What did Yuma set up for the Resistance? I mean, we don't know what they are yet. Okay, so the phone booth. And some... okay, let's just go with the phone booth. Where did the bomb... the first bomb went off here. And then Shachi's right hand. Where did he obtain it? No, we're gonna stick with this for now, because I think it's gonna be on the next page anyways. Yeah. Let's see what the other two are. Open drain, valence camera. This one will go up at the start because it's what we placed for him. It says, where did he get? Not where did he get. Oh, what did he get? Oh yeah, that's right. That makes more sense. Thank you, Cat Lover. And then... where did the culprit flee from? I mean, drain. Wait, no, never mind. It won't be the drain. It'll be... right? Oh, no, it must be. Right? Yeah, okay. I thought it was gonna be, like, the roof, but... because it was saying where he fled from, not where he fled to, but... what did the culprit do in Maramon? He flooded it. Again, this all feels like... this just feels like too simple of a solution, almost. Like, it feels like there's gotta be more. Dream Reveal is such a good locked mystery. I feel like every mystery so far has been some version of, like, a locked room mystery. Everything here has been like, wait, but how did they escape this scenario? Because we've had this one, we had... in the last one, it was like...
Right up, step right
I guess the last one was almost like a reverse lock... or not, kinda.
up, bomb
Yeah, reverse lock room, like, how did they get...
and a suicide
how did the
to
murder
throw whole town into
get
chaos.
into the... I guess not really.
Bombs are about to be dropped. Time for
But the prologue was was kind of a locked room one. The first chapter was a locked room.
It all
The second one, I guess,
started with
wasn't.
a
The third one
request from the
was.
Resistance. Shachi asked me to set up security cameras around the city.
You got those cameras from someone by the name of Servan.
But again,
They had bombs inside
yeah, we haven't
them.
really addressed the fact that these cameras had bombs inside
I had
them.
no idea. So I set up those
Like,
camera bombs all
Servan
around
gave
the
those
city.
to us. He must have played a role in this.
The culprit hijacked Shachi's original plan and conducted a series of crimes.
Or, I mean, maybe he didn't have any idea and the bombs were
Bombs
just, like,
set up in the phone
stuck in
booth
there
of
at
Marnamon
some
district
point.
exploded
Other than that,
first.
but that's like... You'd think that the
Luckily, there were
security
no
camera
casualties.
expert would notice that there were some bombs.
But the culprit also bombs the drain in Marnamon district at the same time.
Yeah.
Someone snitched and said you were responsible, but that must have been the culprit too.
Since the Peacekeepers' eyes were on me, it made it easier to pull off the rest of their crimes. The culprit took Shachi's gun and went to the roof of the Resistance hideout in Doya district.
Shachi followed soon after. I saw him being chased by the Peacekeepers. The culprit was waiting there to ambush him.
I was heading up the emergency stairs to the roof, but along the way...
Yeah. It's possible also that it wasn't intentional to, like... It's possible that he knew that he was
Shachi was
left-handed,
ambushed
but
by
just
the culprit
he
and
couldn't
shot
get
dead.
an angle on him on the left side.
Once it was finished, they placed the gun
So he had to
in
shoot him in the
Shachi's
right side,
hand
and then
to
had to
make it
just
look
go
like a
work with
suicide.
that.
But it was actually a left-handed gun. Getting caught because of your own cover-up is borderline weak sauce.
Why borderline? With their cover set up, the culprit
I'm just surprised that this was apparently such a
jumped into the open drain
short one.
and escaped from the roof unseen.
I thought it was impossible to jump off the roof. But the area was already flooded, so the drain was filled with water.
Right after the escape, I arrived on the rooftop and discovered Shachi's body.
Also, this feels like a weirdly simple motive for it to be like, oh yeah, he just wanted to steal some steal some safes. Like that seems like such a
The drain was buried in the rubble from this explosion.
like minimal like
A
a,
bomb had been set in advance to hide
for
the killer's
resistance
escape.
operators. That seems like kind of a weird.
After that,
like-
we all went around town trying to defuse the bombs.
Yeah, like a weirdly. Yeah, it's like a
Culprit
pathetic.
took
It's like
advantage of the chaos to open the valve of the reservoir upstream from the
Like-
power plant.
Since the drain had been dammed in the explosion, when all that backed up water had even more added to it,
someone you felt you could trust.
Marinamon district became totally drenched and shitty.
Right.
No, I do think that I think that you're right about that, Kitsune. Like it does really set up a big like, especially in the second chapter with Warana Yoshiko and Karne. They really set it up as like you're here for justice or for truth. That's not necessarily the same as justice, and I think that is kind of the theme of this is like
But because they're so airtight,
justice and
they
the
can
truth
float
are
on
not
water.
necessarily the same
As a
thing.
result,
Or at least that was
they all
the
floated
theme that
out
I
of
think
the
has kind of been set
flooded
up
banks.
for that one.
Collecting these safes was the culprit's true goal.
Sinking an entire district just to be a small-time looter. I can't tell if the guy thinks big or small.
Yeah, like it does seem like a very like it's a real out there murder scheme just
The
to
only
like
ones who could commit these
steal some
crimes
safe or
were the
steal some money
resistance
from a
leaders with
safe.
access to Shachi's gun.
And only one guy was a good enough swimmer to dive right into the drain.
Looks like there's room for other people in that boat though.
Shachi really did try to save this city. But the culprit not only took over his plan, but killed and framed him.
This criminal lost his pride and dignity as a member of the Resistance, becoming nothing more than a money grubber. And his true identity is...
Icardi! It was you!
I do think it's cool though. This is like the first time it seems like I keep wanting to call him Shuichi. Like Yuma is like genuinely like he's not like, oh no, but we're gonna win this. Or we're gonna win this trial, but it's gonna mean someone's gonna die. He fully is just like, yeah, no, get absolutely fucked, Icardi. I don't like have fun being dead.
Finished!
You're easily impressed.
Thanks for the follow, Ninja. I appreciate it. Also, I don't think it's possible to read too far into any of these games. I mean, like, you know, the creators of a Spike Chunsoft game are not going to be the kind of people who want you to not read into it too much. The
I
overthinking extraordinary.
hate this city. I was sick of all of
Yeah,
Shachi's
no
idealistic
follow.
nonsense. Fighting the peacekeepers wouldn't have changed anything.
So he just
That's
gave
why.
up all his resistance stuff. And
I
was
was
just like,
gonna take
oh,
the
okay.
money and get out of here.
But how, the
It's
city's isolated. How do you get
that's
out?
wrong.
Whatever.
This rotten place.
Is this the hidden treasure? It is far different than what I was imagining.
I think so. I felt the same way when I first saw one.
So, this is it. I was not much help after all. I relied on you the entire time, Yuma.
Oh, poor Fubuki.
That's not true. You're a great partner, Fubuki.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I am grateful to have joined you on this adventure, Yuma.
I feel kind of bad she's not going to remember this.
I think it helped me grow as a person. Just a little bit.
Oh, poor Fubuki.
You are gonna forget all of it soon.
Watch it turn out like she's so simple-minded that the memory erasing thing just doesn't work
What?
for her. What?
I am sorry for being so rude to you.
Oh.
What?
I assumed you were a vulgar god of darkness.
Too dumb to
based
forget.
solely
Honestly,
on
that would be
your
really
looks.
funny if that was what they did.
Yeah, that's pretty rude of you.
But now I realize that you have been a wonderful guide. When you said you believed in Yuma, I realized there was a bond of trust between the two of you.
Oh.
And now, frankly, I adore you.
Aw, Fubuki.
Please consider being my friend.
Shit.
You're gonna forget it all anyway.
Shinigami. Is she blushing?
Yuma,
She is.
while I may be ignorant
She just
in your
wanted a
way,
friend.
one day, I hope to be a great adventurer and detective, just like you.
I think this is the only detective that, like,
A labyrinth delving.
I feel like
elite
Shinigami
bond
respected
user,
Alara. She doesn't
he
care
who
about
tames
Tetsuhiko,
the
but, like,
god of
I think she
darkness,
genuinely likes
holy great
Fubuki.
detective warrior of light. You truly are amazing, Yuma.
That title is getting way too long.
Oh.
Enough chit chat. It's time for the part you've all been waiting for.
I'm just really surprised that this was such a short chapter. I guess they kind of.
What is it?
I'm glad they didn't
What is
try and.
about to
If it
happen?
is like as straightforward as this, I'm glad they didn't try and stretch
Wait
it
a
out
minute.
longer than it needed
Do
to
you
be. Because
mean
this
we are
game does
going
have a
to
little
leap
bit
into
of.
the basin?
What?
No,
Okay, well, good guess.
it's
Okay.
time to boot kill the bad guy.
Shinigami probably like it's. I don't even think it's that. I think she's just kind of a. She's like a bold and brash person, but like. I'm guessing that going forward, she's not going to insult
Bloodlust,
Fubuki or anything like that. Or at least not
overflowing
like
despair,
be as mean-spirited towards her. Because up until now, she's just been very rude to her.
the brilliant soul of Shinigami.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that Fubuki kind of caught her off guard there, which is cute.
Down to all deplorables. Through to the final mystery labyrinth.
God, this music. Yeah, exactly. We get to see what the budget went to on this game. Yeah. Again, they really, like... Shinigami is such a fun character that the moments where they kind of drop the ball with her make it even more disappointing. Guillaume is a recipe developer. Oh, lovely for Guillaume. Guillaume, whatever. Fubuki's sense of monetary value. Given her affluent princess-like upbringing, she rarely went shopping for herself and thus has a unique sense of monetary value. She thinks an apple costs as much as a car. What could an apple cost? 10 shin? That's probably too cheap. Rumors surrounding Dominic. Once a soldier, he suffered a serious injury in battle and became a cyborg after undergoing surgery at Amaterasu Corps. That's the rumor going around the company anyway. Station, we trained. I think we've seen most of these already. Yeah. Nearly all the TV programs broadcasted in Kanai Ward are sponsored by Fubuki, or not Fubuki. Fubuki's running the whole show. No, by Amaterasu Corporation.
We've returned from the mystery labyrinth, but we're still in grave danger. How do we get out of this?
Master, now that I think about it, the culprit isn't here, so there's no way you can prove your innocence. Solving the mystery labyrinth doesn't help in this
I was kind of wondering what was going to
happen.
happen with that.
Come on! Why do we do all that work to discover the truth?
That is what it is. Never give up, Master.
But this time,
You're easily
what
impressed.
Oh,
done
shit.
for?
Thanks for the follow, Pinecakes. Hope you're having a good day. How's it going? Fubuki plays dumb while controlling everything behind the scenes. Honestly, you know what? That would be funny. I could accept the cans of Fubuki being the secret villain.
Nuts and crush
Yeah,
their little
no other
heads.
follow. So lovely. Alright, Dominic, what's up with you, buddy? Like, what?
What?
That's enough.
Halara!
Sorry to keep you waiting, my man.
Oh. Okay, hi,
See,
Desihiko.
princess?
Desihiko! Halara!
The both of you are safe.
What do you think of my grand entrance? Hitting for a charismatic leader.
What was that
you know?
noise?
Master detectives with the save, unlike a certain trainee.
Hey, big guy! You're messing with the wrong dude. The criminal you're looking for is right here.
What?
That's...
Oh wow, did they find his corpse? Oh, nope. That change in tone. Look, you know what? I play favorites. I have no shame in admitting that. He is so dead. Yako and
Vivia. Did you forget already?
how could you forget Vivia? Fubuki, I just
I
thought
haven't
I
had much screen time, and my name's hard to remember, so I don't blame you.
he really was just like, it's okay, I understand I'm forgettable, but no, you're not forgettable. Not to me, Vivia.
I was worried about you, Fubuki.
It does help that we have
And the training too,
extremely
I
similar
guess.
names.
I'm
Glad
kidding.
everyone's
Just
live.
joking around.
Didn't stop being meta. Yeah, he's just so
Everyone is
cute.
safe! Oh, what a relief.
Wait, you're gonna cry? Master, you're gonna cry?
We're gonna cry.
Where did you all come from? You know what'll
Yeah.
happen if you interfere with the peacekeepers.
Vivia's voice is impossible to forget. It's so.
Like I said, you're messing with the wrong dude.
Desihiko, let others talk.
The ones who planted those bombs were the resistance people on that boat over there.
Yes, they are
Too
gonna
bad
implicate
one
all
of
of
them
them.
died from a heart attack. I have no idea
Rip.
why,
Thoughts and prayers.
but if you run an autopsy, you'll find that the cause of death wasn't a homicide.
In other words, Yuma is
Also, for
innocent.
once, the detectives are doing
Or do
things without
peacekeepers
Yuma
punish the innocent?
having to like carry it all. Shinigami, he's happy to find his
You
own family.
can
Exactly.
prove his innocence?
You heard her. You got something to say?
I was threatened by Hikari to make those devices.
Okay.
I didn't know what was
Interesting.
going on. It's true. I didn't know about the big robbery, and I didn't think that would happen to Shachi.
Excuse me.
It was all set up by Hikari. Please, I'll confess everything I know. Spare my life.
We captured them on a boat in front of the bank. Safe deposit boxes owned by the wealthy were floating nearby. They were caught red-handed. One can conclude that the events in question were all part of a bank robbery planned by Icardi.
The leader of the resistance was also murdered to pin the crimes on him.
I wonder if the other two had
After
any role.
stealing the safes, they were
Changes
planning to
reacting.
leave Kanai Ward
Yeah.
via the waterway.
It would be kind of wild if one of the detectives
Ironically,
was one of the next
Icardi died
victims.
of a sudden seizure. Trying to take more money than you can carry.
Yeah, I don't know.
will only
I'd be
lead
curious
to
to see what
your
his
own
like original
downfall.
VA sounds like. But
Seems like
the English
an
VA does a good
expensive
job with
lesson.
him.
What about the other leaders of the resistance? Margala and Aruka. You're saying they had nothing to do with it?
Anyway, we're taking Yuma with us.
Either way, okay. I do think it's really interesting that the game makes a distinction between like what happened with the previous case with the death. Oh, what is her fucking name? Oh, wrong thing. With the death of... Where is she in this? Like with Karen's death, where they were like, no, these three were all collaborators. They had to have all been responsible for it. Like, there's not... It's not just the person who placed the poison cup. It's not just the person who poisoned the cup. It's not just the person who, like, convinced her to drink the poison. All three of them, because of their collaborative roles, and it had to be considered guilty. But for whatever reason, Servan, in this one, I guess it's like specifically Icardi because he was the mastermind and because Servan was either like unwilling, I guess, like an unwilling accomplice, or whatever the deal was there. They've made the distinction.
You
I think
got
that's
no
cool.
problem with that, right?
Yeah, because English VA is adorable. He does sound like a bit of a terror or an exhausted dad. I'm breathy and unmotivated with myself. Yeah,
Alrighty, gang.
English VA
Looks like we're
or the
free to
English
go.
Vivia is a little bit like.
Yes.
I think it adds to his charm that he sounds a little bit more callous, almost.
The Peacekeeper lady's still staring at me. Maybe she's in love with me.
I'll push you off the boat.
I don't know about that.
Now that we've handed over the resistance, the rest is up to the peacekeepers.
Oh yeah, that'll go over great.
Come on, everyone. Let's go.
Also, the entire city has been told that we're a terrorist who bombed everything. We don't really know if we're, like, what... We're just gonna leave that as is? Like, what's the plan there?
I think this solves the case for the time being. Another person died. No. I committed murder. Just because he committed a crime doesn't make it right for me to kill him. He took advantage of Shachi's death, and I hunted him down without hesitation.
Yeah, like there's no...
Thanks to that,
Also, since when are the
another
peacekeepers
life
like,
was
oh no, it was
lost.
somebody else? Like, okay. They've tried to frame people multiple times.
Are you always
Oh, right,
like
it's
this when you
Kurumi.
solve the case?
Huh? What?
The last name being Wendy is a bit of an
You weren't
interesting
in the
choice.
wrong. I think you did the right thing.
Huh?
Even if others disagree, I will always say that you were right.
Uh-oh, she's a stan.
So please, don't make that face.
She'll literally excuse murder for her
Thank you, Kurumi.
phase.
If you ask me if what I did was right or wrong, I don't think I was in the right.
Yeah, don't be that kind of a stan.
That's not true, because...
But I don't need to be right. I need to have conviction.
Thank you for the hydration check, cat lover.
Conviction?
The strength of a heart that refuses to yield, no matter the situation. Or maybe it's like a detective's creed. Something to guide me when I don't know what to do. It's something I don't have yet. I don't know where to turn when stuff like this happens.
It doesn't seem that way to me. Yuma, you saved me because you wanted to help someone, didn't you? And you got dragged into this mess because you wanted to help the Resistance and the people in the slums.
That has nothing to do with being a detective. It's what any human would normally do.
Is that so? A detective with the conviction to do what any human would normally do is a wonderful thing. This is embarrassing, so I'll only say this once. Even if you deny it yourself, I believe you are in the right. That's why I hope you'll always be a detective.
Remember sounding Dominic? Yeah, we've done that one. Means of communication. Got the Monoga Bandarasu, popular sports, swindle detective. With skills of deception and cajolery into a forte. But not summoned to Kanai. We keep hearing about all these detectives who weren't summoned to Kanai, and I'm so curious what that's going to end up being about.
That was close. But we managed this time around. Sheesh. Someone has been a huge troublemaker for us.
Yako, if you do this again, I'm gonna punch you. I want you to ruin my life, but also you're so
the
annoying.
way you keep dragging us into trouble is pure genius.
Oh, okay, finally.
So flattering.
It wasn't a compliment.
Oh.
Jeez, you're lucky we even noticed what happened.
Speaking of, where were you all?
He's such a hater.
I searched all over town for you.
Wait, Cutler, you were here last night when we were when we got swarmed by a handful of VTubers in the chat. I want it on the record that
I told you about the
all of
emergency
them
meeting
are
place
hornier
for
than
this
I
sort
am
of
in
stuff.
general. I am frankly, actually, I do need to pause. As far as VTubers go, I am very tame. I'm simply trying to play catch up with the rest of them who are absolute wrong button. Absolute menaces.
Huh?
Also, I'll never stop.
The multi-purpose building where the detective agency used to be. I brought you there the day you arrived. Huh? I didn't tell
I
you.
can't respect men. I might as well admire them, you know?
This is the first time I've heard about it.
Seriously? I see.
Sure, that's only fine.
Guess I
That's
forgot to
fine.
mention it. Then again, you did arrive late to
Wait, I'm
Con.
sorry, what? Multi-purpose building where the detective agency used to be about the... Oh my god, wait, did he just not tell us that we were supposed to meet there?
Yeah, that must be it. Yep.
Wait, you're just sweeping it under the rug? I was in a lot of trouble back there.
Fucking...
Sorry about that. Well, everyone's okay, so it's all good.
Why didn't we do a fire drill, Yako,
Still,
you
weren't
fucking
you with him,
gremlin?
Fubuki? I know I told you about the meeting place.
Yeah, you told Fubuki about it. What the fuck is she gonna do?
I just remembered right now.
Figures. Well, I'm glad to see you're safe too, Fubuki.
God damn it, these characters.
Still,
Absolute
I'm surprised you
clowns,
weren't
the lot
fooled by
of
the
them.
bomb threat and saw the real motive was the bank robbery.
That's because a certain sleepyhead woke up today.
Who?
Arrived at
Vivia.
the truth this time thanks to Vivia's investigation.
Someone finally being
So
useful?
that
Incredible.
unmotivated anemic vampire helped?
I was just lucky.
No, you weren't lucky,
I
Vivia.
noticed the abnormal water levels. Saw the hydroelectric power plant's drainage channel from above.
From above?
I just happened to see it from a bird's eye view. Observation is the foundation to being a detective.
Bird's eye view.
To a detective,
Is his
the
forte that he
act of
just turns into a
deduction is
bird?
like game.
I hope so, because that's adorable.
And the truth is what a detective
He's gonna turn into a
desires.
raven.
Like a precious stone, it's something I'd desire if I stared at it too long.
It's like, what?
So,
Adorable.
dreaming about
That's
it
super
is
cool.
enough for me. Because it's a pain in the ass.
Boy.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you?
At the very least,
Bad
his
voice.
statements are
Oh, yeah, that
only
wouldn't actually
based on
surprise me.
logic.
Everyone can admire his beauty.
I want to die someday.
He's just a relatable man, what can I
He's
say?
incomprehensible as usual, but it's amazing how he solved the case by himself.
Hey, Master? This guy is...
What is it?
Shinigami, what are you talking about?
Never mind. Maybe it's my imagination.
Shinigami's also turned on by Vivia.
Anyway, that solves it. Now we should...
Oh, yeah. Remember how they wanted to kill us all? Anyone with half a brain. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, what?
No worries, Steph.
I thought we were done here.
I hope your PC is doing alright.
Hey, sewer rats.
Yeah, I mean, like, he still wants to kill us. I don't know why we thought that, like, that would go over well.
Yomi Hellsmile, director of the Peacekeepers. What is he doing here?
Moida.
How did the city end up like this?
Anti-ginger activity in the chat. Can't believe it.
Why are a bunch of terrorists getting in our way? Why is Kanai Ward being destroyed?
Oh, maybe if you were better at your job, Yomi.
Finally able to guide this foolish city down the right path. I keep saying I'll teach these fools what law and order is all about. But now, there's another bunch who defy me, disrupting the peace in the city!
Watch him punch all of the peacekeepers with, or all the, yeah, he's gonna beat the shit out of all the peacekeepers with guards, and then he's gonna realize he can't execute us because he doesn't have anyone who's armed.
Now, I understand you're irritated, but let's all relax for a second.
So what do you want with us?
Hand over that terrorist immediately. Otherwise, you will all receive the death penalty.
Again, what did I do? Oh no, okay, I did plant the bomb. That is true. I didn't know I was planting bombs, but I did in fact plant a bunch of bombs.
When you say terrorist, you mean Yuma? Because that issue has been resolved already.
Regardless of who the mastermind is, the fact of the matter is, he planted bombs around the city. You think you can just plead ignorance? Even small crimes cannot go unpunished.
Okay, to be fair, we did disarm the bombs. I do think that does need to be mentioned. Yes, we did plant them, but we did also deactivate them.
No,
which I feel like should, in this city, that should count as canceling out your crimes.
Let me go.
Don't get hasty. This is just an excuse to capture you.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but it's gonna work.
But at this rate, everyone here will be arrested.
No, we're gonna be shot.
I've already told you that self-sacrifice is worthless here. I can neutralize them all in under 25 seconds.
Oh my god, do we get to see Halara being a badass again?
Knock it off, Halara. How many of us would also die in that same amount of time?
If things go bad, then I will turn back time.
If you get taken out first, it's the end for all of us. I won't make such a dangerous bet.
Then what do we do?
Where's our masked friend from the start of the chapter? Is it gonna actually be a real choice? I think we have to turn myself in regardless. If we fight the peacekeepers, it's just gonna reverse time again and be like, one of us is gonna get shot, she's gonna turn back time, and then it's gonna turn, we just have to turn it in.
If I turn myself in, at least everyone else will be spared. The rest is up to you guys.
Yuma! Master, it is too dangerous to let yourself get captured by them! Let's just turn tail and flee! Even if you're the
It's so kind of Yomi to wait here patiently while we figure out a strategy for how to get out of being penalized by him.
Keep letting everyone take advantage of you!
Maybe I want to be taken advantage of, Shinigami.
Wait, Yuma. In that case, I'll go with you.
Wait, why? What?
What are you saying? You have nothing to do with this, Chief.
Protagonist is
Don't
that's
be
true.
dumb. I'm the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, and you're one of my detectives. It's only right for me to take responsibility.
Alright, filthy maggots. Are you done playing around?
Just call me the
You'll
Esther.
reconsider your beliefs after a single night.
What plans do you
go
have for the
through
night,
my
Yomi?
torture,
Oh, never mind.
not only will you sell out your friends, you'll beg me to kill them to save yourself.
I can reduce it to
Viv, yes.
20 seconds. Nezuhiko, Vivia, please look after the others.
I guess we have to do this.
This is such a pain. Where has my peace and quiet gone?
Freeze! If you resist, you'll be executed on the spot.
Stay back! Don't
Like, why not just kill all of us? All of the detectives are here right now. You might as well just shoot us.
What's going on?
Director Yomi! Something is falling from the sky!
What the fuck? What's up with the Monokuma balloon, buddy? Hi, Makoto. I was wondering when he was going to show up. It seemed a little bit strange that he just didn't have anything to do for a while. Finally waking up in a strange man's bed pays off.
Masked man.
Oh my. Even though we're friends, you've already forgotten my name? I'm Makoto Kagutsuchi. What is it? Oh, you want to know about this hot air balloon? Cool, huh? I flew here from the tower.
From the tower?
That's a pretty significant flight, honestly.
What do you want?
Hello, Yomi. I'll take care of the rest, so you can leave now.
What?
You intend to let these criminals run free? Just
Naruto,
because
what
you're
is
the
it?
CEO of Amaterasu doesn't give you free reign to disrupt Kanai wards.
I was literally saying, what is your position in Amuro? Goddamn.
Peace.
Game read me like a book.
Amaterasu CEO? Is this weird guy in a mask?
Damn, we're fucking the rich
Hey,
guys.
When did you meet such a big shot?
It just sorta happened?
One fateful night.
Hello, detectives. This is the first time we've met, besides Yuma. Huh? You want to know why I'm wearing this mask? Well, I was born a prince in a certain nation, but while still young, I was dragged into a revolution.
Wait, what?
The nation was overthrown and the royal family had their titles stripped away. My family was killed.
This is not the story that we heard
I was the
before.
only one spared. The revolutionaries imprisoned me because they had other plans. I was forced to wear a mask to conceal my face. That mask was designed to never come off.
Oh, okay. Was it
And
glued there with
now,
NASA glue
the mask
too?
has become my face.
He's talking way too long, and none of it sounds true at all.
Love
The
that
story
Kurumi.
changed from last time.
Yeah, it is a different story.
I didn't ask about your history. Hand them over.
Yomi, I don't want to quarrel with you here. I really would hate for things to escalate. Just this once, may I ask you to withdraw? Please.
You get one. There won't be a second.
What are you gonna do? He's
As
your
for you
CEO,
sewer
dipshit.
rats, you best be prepared. The next time you catch my eye, there will be no mercy. If you don't like it, go back to the sewers.
Phew! That clears my vision up. There were too many people for me to see behind this mask. Now that things are all resolved, let's walk home.
Hey, wait a minute!
I mean, I think the only thing we can believe about him is that he is the CEO of Amaterasu. Because I don't know why, like, otherwise Yomi absolutely would not listen to him here. But other than that, I don't believe his story. Anything interesting here, do we think? No. It's all stuff we've seen before. And it's not even fortune telling. I was having fun reading everybody's fortunes.
Seems like a lot has happened since we first met. The look on your face has changed. Did you get taller?
Yeah, I don't think we ever actually saw what the Leo fortune was.
I doubt I could grow
It seems like the
taller in
only
such a
one that I
short
don't
time,
know.
but
I
a lot
think we
has
didn't see
happened.
one. We got Sagittarius, we got Taurus, we got
really the
Aries, we got...
CEO of
I think we got...
Amaterasu?
I'm certain we got everyone other... Or maybe we got Leo when we just
No
missed
need
it
for
in there. They might have only showed up
Call me
early or
Makoto.
something.
And yes, it's true.
Makoto.
That means you're the top-ranking person at Amaterasu Corporation, right?
I guess you could put it that way.
I thought he worked there, but who could have guessed he was so high up the ladder?
I mean, he had literally like the penthouse suite of the tallest
You
building
said
in
you
the
wanted
city.
to stop the Peacekeepers, but don't you have the authority to dismiss them yourself?
No.
A company isn't that simple. One careless act, and I'd be the one dismissed. The power in Amaterasu Corporation is currently imbalanced and very fragile. At this rate, it won't be long until they control everything, besides me.
And then they'll just push you out of your tall building.
See.
If you want to strike the Peacekeepers, you must gather all the firepower you can and take them out in a single shot. Anything less will be like cutting off a lizard's tail. Yomi is the Peacekeeper's heart and brain. he'll be unscathed.
So just kill Yomi.
If I could gather evidence of his evil actions, I'd declare his exile publicly for the world to see.
Oh, that's why he wants the
In any
detectives,
case,
I bet.
you can speak to me when you require help. I'll run to your aid with my awesome hot air balloon. Or shall I say fly?
This voice actor's got a...
The Peacekeepers
It's a
may
good
have me
performance,
beat in
and it's kind of got me curious as like what his
My
deal
love
is
for
actually going to
Kanai
be.
Ward rivals them.
Right.
Well, I'll excuse myself now.
Hey, hold on! There's still more we need to go over.
I'm sorry, but it's time for prayer. I pray for Kanai Ward's peace across all districts. I pray each hour of the day, so I am rather busy. I must hurry back.
Pray to who?
He doesn't intend on taking us seriously.
Oh, by the way, you should check out where your agency used to be.
Huh?
I was kind of wondering what we were going to get. Like,
It's a surprise.
I thought he was going to make his, like, penthouse our new base of operations, which would have been kind of fun.
Sounds kind of shady, but I guess I can play along. We have nowhere to go right now anyway.
Let's see. Kanai bus system, Kanazaki, really signing Dominic, grade A, for weak sense. Yeah, like these are all things we've seen before. Did he rebuild the original one? Couldn't have given us anything nicer.
Kidding me? It's completely back to normal. Is this the CEO's true power?
It's shiny.
His cursed powers have conjured a submarine.
Whoa! My agency! My...
Oh, Yako.
I can't be genuinely happy about this. It may be bugged to eavesdrop on us.
Is my beautiful bed of peace and quiet still there?
Do you mean your fireplace, Vivia?
If not, then let me die.
This man's... The theatrics on this man. The Maguro Niwa-san. Yeah, I feel like between number one, who we really haven't seen anything of since pretty early on, we've got... we've got number one and we've got Makuro, who are both, like, their faces have been mostly hidden. I feel like there's gotta be some sort... Also, I mean, Makuro did make a comment specifically about, like, you know, let number one know his son is here, which I feel like was maybe partially a deflection, but also might have actually been true.
Chief,
I don't know.
there's a letter here. Looks like it's from Makoto.
I don't know why I keep saying Makuro.
Let's see what it says.
Makoto.
To the detectives of the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
I just work on pronouncing these things.
This is my gift to
properly.
you for solving this case. It is proper payment for your work, so please accept it. The souls of Kanai Ward's residents are with you. Their war carries on.
Oh, Vivia,
I have high hopes for you all. From the highest point in Kanai Ward, with love, Makoto Kagutsuchi.
Makoto just has, or
High
Makoto
hopes.
has, wait, no.
Why would the CEO of Amaterasu say
He has
that
such a, like,
about us?
there's such an interesting cadence to him, and, like,
Well, he did
his
ask us to
soft-spokenness.
accept this, so I guess we'll take the
I'll
submarine.
say Vivia is just, like, straight back in the,
He
straight back
must
in the
be
fireplace.
planning to manipulate us in the power struggle for the company. Ugh, this will come at a high price.
I mean, maybe, but
Also,
Alara, you're
he
happy.
had an
You like
odd
being
face
paid.
for someone who is supposedly a CEO.
No, that was clearly a mask.
A mask? And what is that?
No, Yako, that's not
even-
blood. Blood in these games is gonna be pink.
Yuma, you
That's
take
just
care of
the
this.
design on his jacket and his
me?
hand.
I'll explain.
He's so attached to his fireplace. It's so nice.
Suzuki, so a mask is...
Wait, why did you follow us here?
I was wondering if she was gonna remark on
Secret
that.
detective agency?
Don't sweat the small stuff. Besides, an informant is practically a detective anyway.
No, those are different things, but
Right,
sure.
Yuma?
Huh? You gotta be kidding me. You two still have the hots for each other.
Shut up, Desahiko.
Well, I guess it's fine. I support you. You're a fully Desuhiko approved couple.
That should be an instant red flag. That should cancel the relationship.
A couple? I won't allow it! Master is far too young for this.
Okay, how old is he, Shinigami? If I knew now. Vivia can see her. His eyes are following her, aren't they?
Oh, I just remembered. When I was watching from above, a resident said something that was...
We don't know how old
concerning.
Yuma is. We don't know how old
You
any of
said
them are, which is a
above
little bit
again.
throwing me off.
What does that even mean?
Sorry, Yuma. I'm so tired I don't want to talk more than I need to.
All right, let's focus on the important information. What did you hear that concerned you?
It's about that homunculus research.
We're gonna put you in the fireplace. Exactly. I think he invited us into the fireplace at one point, and Yuma was like, my back would hurt. And it's like, yeah, it would, because he'd fucking break it. That's the point. Climb in.
The resident is an old man. He used to work for Amaterasu Corporation.
Oh, was it the guy, the accountant that we
According
met?
to him, something happened 10 years ago. Amaterasu set up a secret lab somewhere in Kanai Ward to conduct their homunculus research. That lab still exists somewhere.
A secret lab for homunculus research? That sounds super shady. It's exactly what we're looking for.
Looks like we need to search for that lab to figure out Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
I guess maybe it might be that the mystery dungeon or the mystery labyrinths don't actually take that long. Because I was looking based off of the length of the last recording where I just did a mystery labyrinth, and that was 2 hours and 45 minutes. And so I thought that was because the labyrinth went that long. But I guess they do have a lot of like post labyrinth thing.
Karumi, I need you to keep the reins on Yuma so he doesn't get in trouble again.
Yeah.
You got it. Now, let's go investigate, Yuma.
It wouldn't surprise me if Yuma was like high school age. It just seems
You
weird.
don't have my permission for this, you know.
I don't know. It's one of those scenarios that it feels like it would, where it's just like it wouldn't make sense for us to not, like, just make them all adults. Like how a show like Pretty Little Liars probably could have afforded to just be like college students.
So, that's the cursed book of death.
Oh, he does know.
It's dangerous. Very dangerous. So dangerous, it could destroy Kanai Ward, or even the world.
What are you getting up to?
I must do something.
Vivia, no. Also, do you really... He has an on-brand box cutter. Also, he was standing earlier. But that's, Vivia, what do you have there? A knife! No! Yeah, see, I'm gonna get good marks on everything except for stamina. And then it's gonna be like an F. Oh, it's gonna be an A. This is how it's been for every chapter so far. I'm bad at the stamina-related stuff. You don't have good stamina. I mean, I do. I just take a lot of unnecessary hits. That's the thing. I have so much stamina I can afford to take extra hits. I should be allowed to do it without penalty. But that is the full chapter. And we're not going to go any further for this one because this was just meant to finish out this mystery labyrinth. On the next stream, which will probably be Monday, we'll do the rest of, or we'll start on chapter 4 and we're going to try and burn through the rest of this game next week. However, in about, what time is it right now? 4:24. About 30 minutes, 35 minutes, give or take. I'm going to end the stream for this one right around here. Next stream is going to be in a half an hour or so, and that's going to be finishing up Nirvana Initiative. I have no idea how long it's going to take, probably about 4-ish hours, something like that. So there'll be a bit more of that. How many chapters? There are 6 chapters, but there's also a prologue and an epilogue. So there's, I guess, technically 4 more chapters. So my plan is kind of next week 4 days of streaming this game, 1 chapter a day. Or at least that's ideally what I'm going for, but we'll see. But yeah, and then yeah, I'm not sure. Marathon time, yeah. Anyways, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant to say, because we're gonna wrap this up pretty quickly so I can, get some food, get hydrated, run to the bathroom, do whatever, and like get ready for the next stream. But that's gonna be the plan. In half an hour, we start Nirvana Initiative to finish that game. I'm very excited. That game's a lot of fun. If you're enjoying this stream, be sure to stop by in half an hour for that, because that's Nirvana Initiative is such a good game. I'm so enjoying it. But yeah. Until then, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you've enjoyed getting through this labyrinth with me, and I hope to see you guys shortly. All right. Bye, everybody. I'm so bad at outros. I need to get better at this. Anyways, goodbye. See you soon.